Alrighty, guys, time to wrap it up for today, this Monday, July 13th. And yeah, we're getting more weakness. So again, looks like they're challenging the lows, and we're not getting that little snapback rally we potentially could have gotten if support held, but not completely surprising. And they were building value at the low, so the options were take out one of these rotational highs and snap back to the mean, or potentially take it lower. And it looks to me like we are taking it lower. So I would just, if you're going to try to trade this late in the session, it's starting to move a little bit. Now this last leg lower could potentially be tradable. But it's definitely a weak day. They're heading down to the 29,400s, the 75.55s on the ES, and that's kind of where we are. So the only two trades I took this morning was trying to get short against the pullback, and that just didn't work. That's what this frustrating trade I took. This two tried twice, but shaken out of those two trades, and that was before that little Trump announcement came out. That would have been a nice rundown, by the way. That was perfect. It was literally like 10 seconds away from working out for me, but they ran it up. Yes, that's it. They get headed over, they ran it back up again, shake out weak positions, back and forth they go. And if you just get, I trade with a 40 tick retracement, so it's pretty tight, but if you're in the right side of it, it should work just fine. So when it's sloppy and it's snapping back and forth, yeah, it'll knock you out. So that's what happened today. But that was it. I didn't engage it since. I missed this move to the downside. I think that had to do with a Fed chair, or a Fed president like Waller. I think it was talking about a potential rate hike. That's we got the market heading lower. So yeah, I thought it's time to shut up about that stuff. They keep saying this stupid shit, speculates and stuff, and the market reacts to it. They have no idea until they get their data. But he's like, yeah, if this data is like this, then we're going to get a rate hike. So yeah, no, shut up, don't say anything. But no, he had opened his mouth, and there we go, heading lower. So I would say we're staying on the weak side going into the overnight, looking to sell strength. If they can close above I would say on the ES above that 75.60s, that nice little four-letter ledge, I would be more inclined to start off range bound. On the Nasdaq, that ledge would have to be the 460s here. So if you can close above that, we're starting on and they're more range bound. Otherwise, I would be starting from the short side. So there you have it. Pretty straightforward stuff. Now news for tomorrow. You see, we do have some news for tomorrow. Let me look that up real quick. The news for tomorrow, we have CPI at 8:30. And Kevin Warsh speaks at 10. And then we have Barr speaking, Goolsby speaking, Cook speaking, Bauman speaking. Everyone fucking speaks. Jesus. So there you go. But that CPI number in the morning is going to be the one to pay attention to. If that's a hot read, it could spell a little bit of problems with the market, but it could actually be better than you expect, given that the oil prices have been coming down pretty good. So most of that CPI read is oil inflation or energy inflation, and that should have been pretty good for at least 4 weeks now. So probably a good number coming out there, what I would expect. But if it's worse than expected, probably going to be a negative reaction. All right, so CPI tomorrow morning. That's about it. Looking at the bonds. Looking at the bonds, we are not going anywhere, just going sideways. You're drifting lower. So they've taken out that low at the 26s. But look at that. That's just barely taking it down. Just drifted down a little bit, and that was it. So I haven't tried to trade. Really, getting short against this would have been, it's like a few ticks up and down. It's just very difficult to find the right tick to get short against. And yeah, then you had to pick that tick ahead of time, put in the limit order and sit. That's kind of how you get in on it. But anyway, so no trades on the bonds, just that bit starting off from the short side, looking to sell strength. That's kind of what is going on there on the bonds. And let me see, crypto-wise, crypto's been moving a bit. So if you look at the crypto oil, that moved pretty good. I missed the move on that one because I was looking at it was over here. You can see that move. That's a nice move on all. They took off here at 1 o'clock, and then look at that, straight up like 75, like $2 to the upside. And they were going pretty good from the bottom. It was sloppy in the morning, and then pretty good rally here. And that had to do with Trump's talking about the blockade back on, and so on and so forth. I guess you're going to do it by force now. So We'll see. Anyway, so right now back to the ES and the Nasdaq, and yeah, let's these freaking Fed chairs can keep their mouths shut would be great. Or Fed president, Fed governors, I guess they call. If you keep their mouths shut, that would be so much better. Hopefully Kevin Warsh puts that to bed and changes that out like this all this endless speculation they have in there. Anyway, we'll wrap it there. So only those two trades to shake us up $3, and that was it. I didn't try anything else. All right. Ready, guys. We'll wrap it there. I'll see you back bright and early in the morning. Let's see if it goes better tomorrow. Ready, guys. Later.